What's up, people? Welcome back. NCAA Football 14 here on Xbox. This is Road to Glory with my wide receiver, Phillip Richards. If you're a fan of my MLB content, you know who Phillip Richards is. This is him in high school here. He was a two-star athlete. Baseball and football, why not? So just want to give you a few initial impressions I have with this game, give you some... if you're new to this series or new to NCAA football, some of the things that you might want to try out if you're doing Road to Glory. Let's start out with that. If you are new to NCAA football, I suggest, if you want to do a Road to Glory, do wide receiver. One of the more easy positions to play. You get involved quite a bit. It teaches you, when you're in open field, how to do some of the more, not really advanced moves, but moves as far as like the stiff arm, the spin, the juke, things like that. It'll teach you how to maneuver in space. It'll teach you how to get off blocks. Just teach you the fundamentals of playing on offense. If you jump right into Road to Glory, right into quarterback, you're probably going to have a bad time. This game is very unforgiving to quarterbacks. If you make a wrong read or throw to the wrong person or throw too late or too early, there's a good chance you're going to get intercepted. This game is very unforgiving when it comes to making mistakes with quarterback. You typically will get picked off several times in a game if you are not on point. So I suggest holding off on the quarterback, even though that's probably the most fun position, just because obviously in offense you touch the ball every single time. Passing plays, you have the opportunity to take off and run, or you can, make a good play to a wide receiver. But it is very difficult, especially if you're new to the game, to get right into playing quarterback. So I suggest go to wide receiver, and then once you start doing that, eventually it gets a little bit boring, so you might want to hop over to running back at that point. But if you're new to football games, I suggest jumping into wide receiver. It's going to teach you fundamentals, like I said, and it's very fun. At the beginning at least, you're getting involved a lot, especially in the high school part. I mean, just ridiculous the numbers that I've put up in my high school career. It's just they throw the ball to you all the time. But overall impressions so far with the game, I've really only played Road to Glory. I played a little bit of Ultimate Team, maybe 5 games of Ultimate Team. No Dynasty just yet. We just now got that together, so we're all in the Dynasty. I believe it's advanced now to week 1, so we should be able to start playing games here probably today. So if that's the case, I will live stream those. They're going to be kind of impromptu live streams because most of the games, I believe, are going to be against other people. So we got to schedule those and get that going and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be very difficult for me to say, okay, I'm streaming on this day, unless I work that out with the person I'm playing right away. So the streams will kind of be random times, random days. So the best way to make sure that you're not going to miss that is follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Bafe, and also go to my my live stream page, which is twitch.tv/Bafe. You can click the follow button there. It should email you when I go live. Sometimes that's not 100% reliant. Like, it's not going to email you. I mean, it should email you every time, but unless you're sitting there checking your email constantly, it might be easy for you to miss a live stream. That's why I think Twitter is probably the best way to get on there and follow me, and then I will tweet out every time I go live, so you won't miss it that way either. I kind of just skipped ahead in this. I skipped out probably 5 or 6 games. I just complete domination, really. It's very, very easy to play wide receiver in this game, so I just skipped right over to the high school championship game. Showed you the opening screen, nothing special. It's not like the college game where there's all sorts of fireworks and shit going on. It's pretty tame being high school. And here, make a sweet move, and then right at the end, I just get stupid. I was trying to showboat and do a little high step or something into the end zone. I don't even know if they even have high step in this game anymore. But unfortunately, it was a back juke, and it made me stop, and then I get tackled, so I don't even score the touchdown. But overall impressions of the game, I think I'm a huge football guy. based on my channel, you probably think I'm like the #1 baseball fan in the world, which is just not the case. I love baseball, but football is the sport that I love the most. I love watching football. I love going to football games. I love playing football. So football has always been #1 in my heart as far as sports and sports games. Unfortunately, for the last few years, with Madden and NCAA football, it's been nothing but disappointments in my mind. Obviously, there's plenty of people that love playing these games and still love playing these games and all that kind of stuff. To me, though, the games just have not really progressed the way that I would have thought they have progressed. Obviously, graphics and presentations and all that kind of stuff are much better than they have been over the past few years, but the gameplay itself really hasn't changed a whole lot. Now, obviously, with this Infinity engine, it's made tackling and break tackles and all that kind of stuff a little bit more random, and it makes it feel like a little bit different of a game. However, the game mechanics themselves are pretty similar to years past. Way too many turnovers. Obviously, receivers do not fight for the ball if you underthrow a wide receiver. Way too many fumbles and interceptions for my taste. I like the way the running works now with the ability to break as many more tackles than you have in the past. So it does feel like running games are a little bit more important this year. However, there's still always those key plays or key type of plays. Like this year, the read option seems to be so overpowered, it's not even funny. You have that, and then there's always a couple defensive plays that always guarantee a sack. So I wish they would improve some of that kind of stuff. Clearly they spend time and energy and effort and money into improving things that don't really matter as much, like the presentation, like the pregame celebration stuff, the crowd. I think one year they touted real grass. Some of that kind of stuff, sure, it adds to the game, it adds to the atmosphere, but they really haven't tweaked much with the gameplay for a long time, and it's kind of disappointing that they didn't really address a lot of that kind of stuff this year. Obviously, they have made some improvements with the Infinity Engine 2. Seems way better than it was in Madden last year, so kudos to that, but they still have a ways to go as far as I'm concerned. But once we get into the Dynasty, you'll start seeing those on my channel here pretty soon, and also I'll be live streaming those. That's really where you're going to judge whether or not this game has improved enough to really make that money purchase. I mean, that's what it really comes down to, right? Is this game worth the $60 that you pay for it? And really, once I get into the Dynasty and you get to play offense and defense and see all that kind of stuff, that's where you really make the decision. Road to Glory is exactly the same as last year, so if you enjoyed Road to Glory last year, you might enjoy it this year, or you might be like, oh, this is the exact same thing I just did last year, so might not be worth it to you, but I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But so far, like I said, I like the game. Once Dynasty starts, for me, that's where I'm going to really have a strong opinion one way or the other. Right now, I think the game is better than last year's. If you're a Road to Glory person, that's all you really play, I wouldn't even bother getting it. It's not that much different. You're basically just going to replay what you did last year. Obviously, some of the on-field stuff's a little bit better with the Infinity Engine, but there is no added benefit at all in Road to Glory this year. They absolutely did nothing to it, so keep that in the back of your mind if you're a Road to Glory guy. So, all right, guys, I will see you soon. Like I said, Dynasty's coming very shortly, so make sure you follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.